Welcome to the Ordinary Marathoner Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Ordinary Marathoner Podcast. My name is Coach Scott. I'll be your host today. It is Tuesday, October 8th. Very exciting day for us today. Today is the launch of Team Ordinary, the official launch day. We've been talking about this now for months and months. A lot of work has gone behind the scenes, trying to build this thing together, get into a place that we felt comfortable putting it out there for everybody, for launching it. Today we launch it. Yeah, Steph and I have been doing a lot of work behind the scenes. I got to tell you, my basement's a disaster. We have gear packages that are ready to go be mailed out. We've put together, 35 to 40 bios on the page. Thank you guys so much for sharing your stories and really just for submitting them to our page. We're going to get them up there. They're already up there. We got to thank you guys all for reaching out and getting involved early. Things are now coming to fruition. And it's like, I don't know. It's like when you have a baby and you just want to you nurture it and you love it. And then one day you have to kind of let it go. And today is that day for us. It's the day to let it go and see how it does. And so far, so good. We've gotten a lot of really good responses, a lot of good feedback from just the things that we've been doing already. So one of the things, we are going to try to involve this podcast, our Facebook discussion group, Ordinary Marathoners. If you haven't been over there, go check it out. We're going to try to build this community together. It's going to be, we're building it up through the podcast and through the Facebook discussion group and loving it. Just loving it, loving the reactions that we're getting, and all the participation. It's just amazing. And so obviously one of the things that we've been talking about, and Steph and I went to New York last weekend, and we just got back last night. Put together a very short podcast, a video podcast on Friday to make sure that we went out and wished good luck to the team members, the Team Ordinary members who are racing this weekend. And really, I think when we were thinking about the concept and the whole project of Team Ordinary, we tried to think of what is our niche? What is our market? I don't want to say market. I feel like you talk about your market. That's kind of that's sketchy. But what is our niche? What's the deal with the people that we have here? The fact of the matter is we don't have just 5K runners. We don't have marathon runners, half marathon runners. We have all that stuff. Triathletes, ultra marathoners. We had one guy doing a mountain bike race this weekend. People come from all over. So we don't have any kind of athletic niche. Everyone just is here to better themselves. I think we're all very supportive of one another. And we all wish each other luck, and we all know the struggle, the battle it is, that is trying to make yourself better at something, whether it be athletically, personally, in your own personal life. And we all cheer each other on just because it's not a battle of you versus somebody else. Even though in a race you would think that. A typical runner would think, hey, in a race, I'm racing against everybody else. At least I think that's what a lot of people from the outside see it. But when you ingrain yourself in the community, what you realize is the battle isn't you versus other people. The battle is you versus you. And that's a battle that we can all support. And really, I think everyone in this group, some of the most amazing people I've ever met in this group. And part of the problem is, if you're a runner, you're a triathlete, you have to make choices in your personal life if you want to get better at this thing. You have to make choices. And those choices oftentimes take you away from other things. Going out with the guys on a Friday night when you have a long run on Saturday morning. Meeting the family. You're getting up early. Going to bed early. All that kind of stuff. Going to the gym after work. Going to the gym at lunch. Maybe you have a lunch meeting that you're supposed to go to, but you want to go to the gym instead. I don't know. There's always sacrifices that you make, and not everyone gets it. Not everyone gets it. Sometimes your family doesn't get it. Sometimes your friends don't get it. I realized that when I started training for my first marathon, and I had an app on my phone. Every run I would do, it gave me the option, do you want to post this to Facebook? Sure, why not? And I started thinking after a couple months, man, imagine how annoying my friends must think I am. And they're not runners. They don't get it. But this group gets it. We get one another. We support one another. And through thick and thin too, be it injuries, be it times when you're not enamored with the sport, when you just get up and you don't feel it. You don't feel like going for a run. You see that a lot. But the support here is just incredible. And I don't know of any other group on the whole. I mean this totally. I think our niche didn't set out to be this, but it just kind of went this way. I don't know of any other group on the internet that is as supportive, as good-natured, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you are just rolling off the couch and just starting your first run tomorrow. If anything, I think this group more than others embraces that and loves that story. But we are comprised of you name it. And like I said, across the spectrum, runners, people run short, people run long, people ride bikes, people swim, people ride mountain bikes, whatever it is. Our niche is just that support. That's just what it is. It is what it is. And so Friday when we were in New York and we're like, all right, we have to make sure that we wish our 2 team members good luck on their races this weekend. We went out and made that happen. It was the one thing, and it's funny because I take the GoPro with me on all of our road trips, and I've never really been able to use it because I stop myself for whatever reason. I don't take it with me. I don't prioritize it. But when it comes to you guys and making sure that I get this done for you guys, it was easy. It was just something I felt like I needed to do. So as we typically do on a Friday, we're going to, any team members who are racing and have submitted their race to our calendar, we're going to mention you. We're going to wish you good luck on that weekend. And then following that, we're going to follow up with the races. And so last week, we had Debbie Early running a race called the Race for the Rest of Us, which was a 0.5K. And look, I'm going to give you credit for that one, Debbie, because, the thing is you just ran Berlin Marathon a couple weeks ago. And so now you're out there. And here's, people that, hey, maybe they want to run, maybe they don't want to run, maybe it's a joke, maybe it's not, but you're a serious runner. You take this thing seriously. Serious enough that you wanted to mention the fact that you were doing this race, a 0.5K. By the way, a 0.5K with a 2-hour time limit and free beer. I think I'm getting it. I think I'm getting it. It's kind of a party, and I hope you enjoyed it. I know you finished the race pretty quickly too, I think. But you got Marine Corps Marathon, so don't run too much. You got Marine Corps Marathon coming up, and we're looking forward to seeing you there too. A lot of us going to Marine Corps Marathon. Matt Shore is another guy, a guy that we've met just a couple months ago. He did participate in Ironman Lake Placid, the same race I did. And although I didn't meet him there, we started talking shortly after. Had him as a podcast guest. I think it was the most viewed podcast on our YouTube page, the Matt Shore interview. Great guy, a lot in common, joined the group, has really helped us out. Again, one of those connector guys that's just like, hey, I found a great group. I'm just going to invite everybody here who I think can benefit from it. And he did. And now, our Facebook discussion group is over 900, I think it's like 930 people. And I think that's incredible. Because just 2 weeks ago, it was 675 or 680. And for people like Matt, Dan DeMore, some more of you guys, you just start adding people. Hey, I think this person can benefit from the group. This person. It's great to see. And, anyway, so Matt was out there. He did a mountain bike race this past weekend. His first mountain bike race, I believe. I think it was called, and again, off the top of my head, it was like the Garnet Hill Grit Race. That sounds good, right? I think that was it. And Matt went out and crushed it. I think he got like second in his age group. I don't know how many people were out there. You always gotta kind of filter that. And for all I know, there's 2 people in his age group. Sorry, Matt. I don't want to belittle your accomplishments here. But that's always what I think. But I don't want to belittle your. I give it to you, Matt. I'll tell you why I give it to you. I would never do a mountain bike race. At least not now. Not in my career. Not in the way I feel right now. I feel like for me, cycling, going down the Keene Descent and Lake Placid at, for me, 39 point something miles an hour before I hit the brakes and I feel really uncomfortable. I don't have that daredevil gene in me to go much faster than that. And throwing some rocks and some dirt trails and some trees And, it's beyond my comfort zone, which is why when someone else like Matt, or really like anyone, goes out there and is trying these things for the very first time, man, that takes courage. It takes courage and bravery. I give it to you, man. I totally do. And I think it's wonderful for the group to see that. And whether or not we call ourselves Ordinary Marathoner, which suggests we're just a running group, or not, and we do other things, mountain biking, great stuff, triathlon, great stuff. It's not even just about the running. It's about going out there and, hey, you're out there, you're testing your comfort zone. And I can appreciate that, man. I can totally appreciate that. So congratulations to Matt to finishing his race. So let's talk a little bit more about Team Ordinary. Because what I said is, we got here a great group of people, a great group of supportive people. And we can take more. We can take more. So right now you can go to the website, teamordinary.com, and check it out. Check out the profiles of the athletes there. Some of them, now, the way I had it set up, and I'm going to make a little slight change to it, because initially what we did, we had a form, and it gave you three categories. And the first was why you started running, and the second was your favorite moments, biggest accomplishments, and your third was your future goals. And I think a lot of that didn't work out because people were putting all their races in future goals, and then what happens is you race, and then now that race is in the past and it's still sitting there in future goals. So we're going to make it a little bit more broad and just say, hey, tell us your running story. Tell us your running story. What have you done? What are you proud of? Why did you start running? How long have you been running? What made you start running? All that good stuff. You tell your story in your way. We'll cap you off around 1,500 words just so we don't have to read a book. But already, I tell you, the submissions that we got already under the previous form, some of them are very quick. Some of them are very short. And that's your prerogative. You can write whatever you want. You can always change it too. I mean, it's all, I got to tell you too, it's not automated. It's all manual. So it's all work for me. But I love it. I embrace it. I think that everybody's running story, if you're out there training for something, if you're out there, putting your sneakers to pavement or trail, you've got a story to tell. There's a reason you're out there doing it. And these stories never get tiring. They never get old. They don't. They just don't. Not for me, at least. They're always motivating, inspirational, you name it. And I want to hear them. So, I mean, this is what you get. This is what you get by joining Team Ordinary, along with this snazzy shirt. Great shirt, too. And this great hat that I'm wearing. You get a cinch backpack, which I got one of those laying around here somewhere. Of course, I forgot it. So you're going to get a box with a bunch of stuff, just telling people, hey, I'm Team Ordinary. And I think that's great. And I think about people, going to races and wearing their Team Ordinary shirt. Maybe you don't even know that there's another Team Ordinary person there. And on the back, it says, ordinary people doing extraordinary things, which, again, I think we talked about this before, but the term Ordinary Marathoner started about 3 years ago, when I just started a podcast, and I kind of wanted something that sounded witty and sarcastic. And I thought to myself, number one, I don't think any marathoner could be ordinary. So it's sarcastic. It's supposed to be funny. There's a little humor in there involved. But a lot of us, I think, we just feel like normal people. It used to be the prevailing thought was that you had to be, you had to train. You had to be, in order to be a marathoner, that had to be your life. You had to be your thing. But a lot more people now are figuring out, hey, you can have a normal life and also be a marathoner, accomplish things that you never thought you could do before. More and more people are finding that out. More and more people are building into the marathon distance, figuring out what kind of techniques they can use to get there, how much training is involved, how much do you need, how much time, do you need a coach? Give me a call. All that good stuff. But the thing is, people who have everyday, I hate to say ordinary, everyday, ordinary lives, let's say normal lives, families, whatever, they can train and accomplish this. They can become marathoners. We've seen hundreds, thousands of times over. And this is just a group for everyone to get together and to support one another. And whether you got support at home or not, or within your family or the people you hang out with or not, you can always count on support here. I think that's a fair thing to say. So what you get the swag, You get the support. You join the Facebook group if you want. You get to tell your story on our webpage. We're going to read some of those stories on the podcast too. I'm not going to do it today. I'm going to start soon though with the stories. So I know maybe some of you guys are nervous out there. But some of you have written like really incredible, deep things. And some of you have given me like one sentence, and that's all cool. You do whatever you want. It's your page, it's your profile. And then you can submit your race schedule to me. Send me your race schedule. Let me know what you're doing. Let me know the races that you've signed up for. We're going to throw them all in the race schedule. On Friday before your race, we're going to be wishing you good luck, telling you to go get them, telling you to go after it, watching you on race day, if we can track you, seeing how you do. And I tell you what, win, lose, or draw, there's a group of people going to be there when you finish. I myself have DNF'd 2 races, and I got to tell you, you love the support and the cheers when you finish something great and you do well at it. When I finished Hartford Marathon in under 5 hours, the first time I ever went under 5, so many people reached out to me to congratulate me. It felt so good. When I DNF'd Phoenix, or when I DNF'd Ironman Lake Placid 2 years ago, I felt awful about it. It's the kind of feeling that makes you want to kind of crawl into a hole and not explain what happened. You don't want to make excuses. You don't want to. You're unsuccessful, and you don't want to dig a hole and put yourself in it. You don't want anyone to know. You don't want anyone to, hey, what can I do? I remember being in the car thinking, all right, maybe I could tell people I got hurt, even though I didn't get hurt. I just didn't, I didn't finish. Maybe I could tell someone, you try to, and then all of a sudden you realize, the bottom line is you didn't finish, but that's okay. And there's, there's 100, 200, there's now 930 people there in our discussion group that are there, and they're going to say, hey, we got you. It's almost better to share those failures. And in reality, when I look back at those failures and I think about, what it took for me to just discuss it, those are some of the best podcasts I have, because it's real. You know what I mean? It's real. And people worry about, hey, what's going to happen? Maybe I won't go to that race because I don't want to DNF. And you scare yourself. Hey, maybe I won't start a marathon team because I don't know if it'll succeed. I'm feeling a little of that now, by the way. But that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. And the best thing about racing is that no matter how you do in today's race, there's always another one. There's always another one. So you can always pick yourself up and go back at it again. So, look, I DNF'd Ironman Lake Placid, and then 3 months later, I beat 5 hours at Hartford Marathon. That was super successful for me. Super successful. I DNF'd Phoenix Marathon. 6 months later, I finished Ironman Lake Placid. So, that's what the group is there for. That's what we're here for. I think about the group and how it's evolved over the years, and it's got to be one of the most proud things I've ever done. And honestly, it hasn't made me rich. It hasn't made me wealthy. It hasn't, if anything, it's taken money out of my pocket, taken time away from my family, but it's time well spent, and it's just a great group of people. I can't stop saying it because it's true. I can't stop saying it because it's true. Look on the webpage, teamordinary.com. Take a look. Look, I'm not trying to take a bunch of money out of your pocket. If it's for you, it's for you. That's what we're here for. I hope it is for you. I think it is. What I've said is, I think that anyone who trains, anyone who works hard, and especially in today's environment, when we talk about pro sports, hear about that crap in the NBA today with China. You guys listen to this story? I tell you what, man, you take away the crap about making money and all that stuff. You focus on the individual athletic achievement, and individual based on individual to individual. No team framework, league framework, BS crap like that. And this sport is amazing. And I think that anyone who trains hard for an event and puts the time in and has a goal and tries their best to go after that goal and achieve it, I think they deserve to have 1 million people cheer for them in this day and age. Hey, I tell you what, some of those guys in the NFL, they get that many people cheering for them, then you guys deserve it. And so that's kind of what we're here for. And yeah, I'm saying it. We're going to build this thing up to 1 million people. And the shirt printer is going to get really pissed at me next time I have to put an order. All right, maybe it won't build that fast, but I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited about it. And I hope we get off to a good start here. We're already off to a good start. If you're on our mailing list, we got an email coming out today. Looking forward to sending that out. Hopefully get some good responses there. It's a good day, guys. Really exciting. I feel like, you know what? I feel like I'm at the start of a race. And it's a race that I'm not really sure. I feel prepared. I feel like I've done some work, some good work. And now we're going to let it go. And the race is about to start. Today is the launch. If you are interested in joining the group and you haven't talked to me already, head on over. You can use coupon code LAUNCH, LAUNCH. It'll give you $10 off entry to the team. You got to just throw in your shirt size, and we'll get in touch with you. We'll make sure you get your bio up there and make sure you get your races and the race schedule. There's all links and stuff on there and forms on there to do all that stuff. That's what we want you to do. We're going to cheer you on. We might read your profile on the podcast. And I think it's a good day today. I think it's a really good day. It's like, got that nervous anxiety, it's like, I don't know how the race is, I don't know how the race is going to turn out. Right now, I feel pretty good about it. I feel pretty good. And the gun's going to go off, and we'll see how it goes. And that's about it. That's all I got for today, guys. Just really excited. Got a lot of work personally to do. I'm going to be on Melissa Kahn's podcast, and Shannon, who I forgot her last name, or maybe I just can't pronounce it. Just want to say I appreciate all you guys who have helped out already, have gotten in touch with me. You guys have helped me immensely. And remember that every day is an ordinary day unless you make it extraordinary. So get after it, guys.
Remember to like our video and subscribe to our channel.